protests that we've had over the last 3 weeks or so, and I see a lot of familiar faces. And so I'd just like to celebrate with you the collective action that we've shown in London. And in particular, I want to re-echo what Brother Chris MacDonald said. We are taking this seat next time round for the NDP. Yeah. This bill represents, as you know, a very dangerous attack on democracy. I think it's unprecedented. The Harper agenda is to totally destroy the social and labor gains that people have fought so hard for in this country. That is shameful, but we're not going to let them do that. Also, the consolidation of power, the concentration of power, I think is very dangerous. And I know we're going to have a brother speaking to the provincial Omnibus bill, which also represents a very dangerous concentration of power. And of course, as a union leader, I have to speak out against and remind you of the trashing of collective bargaining, both at the federal level and at the provincial level. And I have sisters and brothers from my own union here, OSFTF. OSFTF is facing a monumental battle in terms of the battle for collective bargaining. And so that's happening provincially as well. They're taking a page from the Harper government on that. And I say shame. Shame! Now, as it happens, I've been in touch with, and the brother Chris MacDonald was talking about how hard our NDP members of Parliament, our sisters and brothers, are working for us. And I do have a message for you from our sister, Member of Parliament, Irene Matheson. She says, "Dear friends, as you know, I cannot be with you today as I am in Parliament doing everything possible to delay the passage of Bill C-38, the so-called budget implementation omnibus bill that largely has nothing to do with budget matters. In 1982, Canada affirmed its founding principles by recognizing the values entrenched in the Charter, which characterizes a free and democratic society. Bill C-38 is a direct attack on these principles through its undemocratic nature. I say undemocratic because the Conservative Party is refusing elective MPs the right to properly review and fairly vote on the changes to 72 pieces of legislation. And again, as the brother said, it's hard for us to get a handle on all the damage that's being done through this one bill. And of course, that's absolutely by design, so that we can't know all the details and that it's ran through. She says, I say undemocratic because conservatives are trashing the democratic right for full debate and consideration of the impact of the 72 separate bills. And of course, such careless leadership has very negative consequences, to say the least. The Harper Conservatives are using their majority in Parliament to ram through a budget based not on facts or the needs of Canadians, but a blind and arrogant ideology. Nothing could be more harmful to Canadian citizens and our democracy. Privatization, loss of public services, a huge gap between the wealthiest and the rest of us, the 1% versus the 99%, is the agenda. She says, thank you for standing up and fighting back, and we will continue to do that. Another election will come. We'll elect a government that will truly represent Canadians and start putting Canadians first again. And she says, in the words of my late friend, Jack Layton, don't let them tell you it can't be done. Sisters and brothers, it can be done. We're going to take this government out, and we need to keep sending a message to them. I called for an email blast this afternoon. Email the local Conservative MPs, get that email out, and let's keep fighting like hell. And of course, we need to have, a chant. And this time I'm going to say, democracy under attack, what do we do? And you say, stand up, fight back. And it'll keep going. Democracy under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. Unions are under attack. What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Education under attack. What do we do?
Stand